time looks like it might be running out to buy a reasonably priced Porsche 996. I was checking values of used Porsches using Hagerty's valuation tool, and I noticed something. Porsche 996 values are on a steady rise. These cars are on a rise across the board. They're up over the last 3 years. Here are 3 reasons why I think this is happening. Reason number 1, the 996 generation of the Porsche 911 was the last generation to feel like a true sports car. Sure, a lot of people complain about the interior or the headlights, things of that nature, but it's smaller. Later models, once you get into the 997, definitely the 991, they start getting into more of a GT car. Great, fast cars, but really made for eating up just lots and lots of miles. And that's not really the case with the 996. The 996 was the last 911, the only real 911 water-cooled to really still be a true sports car. That isn't to say that the newest 911s aren't fast. They're incredibly fast, but with them being bigger, having the ability to make them softer, a lot of the electronics that make you look like a better driver, you just didn't have that as much in the 996 generation. It's kind of the last time for that. A little bit more than, say, a 993, but not much. It's pretty similar side of the water cooling and styling, but hey, it's fast. Reason number 2, people are getting past the headlights. The headlights have long been an issue for people. Since the beginning of time, pretty much, Porsches have had round headlights outside of the 996. The real issue with this was not just the fact that they changed the headlights. Because when you think about the way they changed the headlights, you have your turning signal, everything in one unit, which is kind of an engineering marvel in a way. Certainly is more efficient. The real problem with the headlights for most people is that the 996, the early cars, the headlights were exactly the same as those found on the much cheaper Boxster. That's not saying the Boxster's not a good car, it is. Just when you're paying that much more money, you want it to not look like the entry-level sports car in the lineup. But hey, if you own a Boxster, people do confuse it for a 911. I've had that happen many times. I think some things are helping. For instance, people that watch the movie Cars, Sally was a 996. Now you're going to have a generation of children who look fondly on the 996 headlights because of growing up with that as their image of a 911. Their image of a Porsche in general is Sally. And here's reason number 3. Just like I said in my video about Porsche 986 values going up, people are getting past the IMS bearing. Yeah, the IMS bearing, if that blows, it's no bueno, you know. It's just, you've got to get a new engine. It skips timing, things decide to crash into each other that shouldn't, and it's no good. So the earliest Porsche 996s did get the dual row bearing, and so they're in the 1999 cars and some of the year 2000 cars. The dual row bearing has shown to be a stronger bearing and have a lesser percentage chance of failure. However, it still has a chance of failure, and definitely the rest of the years of the 996 have a bit of a higher rate of failure. The great thing though, the reason people are getting past it, I think, is partly YouTube videos showing this, but there are fixes for the IMS bearing, and they're not incredibly expensive to change it. So because it is a preventable thing, and many examples out there have already had some form of maintenance done that makes the IMS bearing a non-issue, I think because of that, people are getting past the IMS bearing when it comes to deciding if they want to buy a 996. Based on data, now I'm sounding just like the programmer I am. Based on data, so based on the information from Hagerty over the last 3 years, all 996s are up, no matter the condition, whether it's a concourse car, whether it's a fair car, there is at least a minor thing. And I'm not talking even about the turbo cars. Now the turbo cars have become more desirable as well, and they were one of the great great bargains out there, as long as you're not having to do much maintenance and your name's not Tyler Hoover. No matter what model in the 996 lineup you're trying to get, they've all seen an increase. So the big question is, do you need to buy that 996 now? I think the answer is yes. I think that the 996 became undervalued. And so we're going to see the market correct, and they may not skyrocket, but they will go up in value. So if you buy now, you might be buying at almost the lowest of the market, because it's already gone up a little bit. So get down in the comments and let me know, do you think the 996 market is about to explode and things are going to become much more valuable? And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video. The downvote button's still not working. It's broken. It is what it is. And make sure to share this with any friends that you know that might be interested in a 996, so that they can decide whether they need to buy it right now. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much for doing so. Really helps us out. The more subscribers we get, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. When we do, we're going to do a merchandise giveaway. So if you subscribe, you'll get us a little bit closer. Thanks for watching. See you next time.